Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching and I hope you will be fluent in English. Today's romance story is titled The Love Hidden in the Attic. Emily always felt there was something magical about her grandmother's old house. The creaking floorboards, the way sunlight filtered through the lace curtains, and the soft scent of roses that lingered in the air, it all seemed to whisper secrets from the past. But the one place she had never ventured was the attic, a dusty space at the top of the house filled with forgotten memories. One warm summer afternoon, with the house unusually quiet, Emily's curiosity got the better of her. She climbed the narrow, winding stairs to the attic, her heart pounding with anticipation. The door groaned as she pushed it open, revealing a room filled with old furniture, trunks and boxes, all covered in a thick layer of dust. In the corner, half hidden under an old quilt, was a small wooden chest. It was beautifully carved, with intricate designs that had faded over time. Something about it drew Emily in, as if it was waiting for her. She knelt beside it and gently lifted the lid. Inside, she found a stack of letters tied together with a ribbon that had once been bright red but had now faded to a soft pink. Emily carefully untied the ribbon and picked up the first letter. The paper was fragile and the ink had faded, but she could still make out the words. It was a love letter written by a man named James to a woman named Lily. As she read, Emily felt a warmth spread through her heart. The letter was filled with tender words of love, promises of a future together, and dreams of a life filled with happiness. Letter after letter, Emily became more enchanted by the story of James and Lily. Their love was deep, passionate, and unwavering, even when they were separated by distance. Each letter spoke of longing and hope, of the pain of being apart, and the joy of knowing they would one day be together again. As she reached the last letter, Emily noticed it was different from the others. The handwriting was shaky and the tone was more serious. James wrote that he had to leave for a distant land, uncertain of when or if he would return. He poured out his heart, telling Lily that no matter what happened, she would always be his one true love. Tears welled up in Emily's eyes as she finished reading. She could feel the depth of James's love and the sorrow of their separation. The letters had been hidden away for so long, yet the emotions within them felt so alive, so real. That evening, Emily sat with her grandmother by the fireplace, the letters still on her mind. She couldn't resist asking about them. "Grandma," she began softly, "I found some letters in the attic today. They were written by a man named James to a woman named Lily. Do you know who they were?" Her grandmother's eyes softened as a nostalgic smile spread across her face. She set down her knitting and looked into the flickering flames of the fire, as if seeing a distant memory. "Those letters," she said gently, "were written by your great-grandfather, James, to your great-grandmother, Lily. They met when they were both very young. It was love at first sight, the kind of love that's as rare as it is beautiful." Emily listened intently, her heart swelling with the romance of it all. "They fell in love during a time when the world was at war," her grandmother continued. "James was a soldier, and he was sent overseas not long after they met. Those letters were all they had to keep their love alive. Every word, every sentence was a lifeline connecting their hearts across the miles." "Did they ever see each other again?" Emily asked, her voice barely a whisper. Her grandmother nodded slowly, her eyes misting over. "They did, but it wasn't easy. After years of waiting and hoping, James finally returned. They had both changed, but their love had only grown stronger. They married soon after and built a life together, filled with the kind of love that those letters only hinted at." Emily's heart ached with the beauty and the sadness of the story. She could imagine Lily reading those letters over and over, clinging to the hope that one day James would return. She could see James, far away, pouring his heart onto paper, hoping his words would reach Lily and reassure her that he hadn't forgotten her, that his love for her was as strong as ever. They were truly meant to be, her grandmother said, her voice filled with emotion. Their love survived the darkest of times and flourished in the light when they were finally reunited. "I think that's why those letters are so precious. They're a testament to the power of love, to its ability to endure anything. Emily felt a deep connection to her great-grandparents, as if their love story had somehow become a part of her own. She gently placed the letters back in the chest, knowing that they were more than just pieces of paper. They were the heartbeats of a love that had transcended time. As she closed the chest and left the attic, Emily felt a warmth in her heart. The house, with all its creaks and whispers, felt more alive to her than ever before. It wasn't just a place of memories. It was a home built on the foundation of a love that had survived the trials of life. And as Emily looked out at the evening sky, she felt a sense of peace. She knew that love, true love, was timeless. It could endure distance, war, and even the passing of years. It was a force that could bring two souls together, no matter the obstacles, and keep them connected even after they were gone. In the quiet of the night, with the stars shining above, Emily whispered a promise to herself. One day, she would find a love like Jane's, and Lily's a love that would last forever.